Hey, it's either gonna be that or uh oh, come on, really. Okay, well, can't hear the music. I hear somebody's mic. I'm not sure whose mic that is. Devin, unplug your mic and then plug yourself back in.
All right, hold on.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Is that me?
All right. I
Yeah,
did it.
I still hear that hum from you.
For me?
Yep.
All right, hold on for 1 second.
All right.
Let me go to.
Good evening, everyone. While we work on the sounds here. That's some. Ouch! That was a little better.
Still feedback.
It's not as loud as it was. You could just hear the. That sounds good right there. I don't know what you're doing. Yeah,
I just
that sounds good.
And that's what I was talking about earlier. I was trying to get the mic right, so I put it on the default, and I guess
Okay,
we'll work with that.
Yeah.
My mic sounds nice.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds.
That's good.
It was
cool.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Gentlemen After Dark, a place where grown folks can talk without judgment. I see you, Miss Candace. Good evening to you. Thank you for staying up past your bedtime all the way from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She's here this evening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for staying up. I hear all kind of stuff. Video games and everything. Who's playing games?
That's not me.
Pipper.
Not me.
Pipper. Good morning, Pipper. Good morning, Pipper. How are you? Thank you for joining again.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Good evening, Miss Gwen Thomas. Good evening, Miss Gwendolyn. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Pete K, my sister, all the way in Memphis, Tennessee. Thank you for tuning in. Good to see you. Thank you for staying up past your bedtime. I got my brother here, Mr. You tell her, shh, don't talk. Don't talk. I hear you, PK. Mr. Busy, welcome, man. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Majoy, how you feeling, ma'am? I see you made it. That's what's up. Appreciate you. And last but not least that I do see is Miss Troublemaker, Gigi. I see you. Thank you for always being here and thank you for your support. Appreciate that. We're going to get this started, in the right way. Go ahead and start the show like this.
Shorty stands so crazy. I just wanna make you feel good. Come
Shouts out to my guy, my baby brother, Corey Lavelle. That's where that music came from, Corey Lavelle. Appreciate you, man. Always have some fire for us to listen to. So it is Gentlemen After Dark, a place where grown folks can have a conversation without judgment. We are missing one from the grown folks panel, but without further ado, let me introduce you to them. He was missing in action last week, but he is here today. She shook her head. He is here today. My guy all the way from Memphis. And why isn't it? There we go. All the way from Memphis, Tennessee. Y'all welcome Mr. Devin Devin to the show this evening.
Good morning. In them.
He said good morning. Next
Good
up,
morning.
all the way from the Drew crew, my neighbor from the second floor, Miss Day, or y'all could call her Dana.
Hello, what's going on? 201, represent
201.
Drew Crew.
That's right. That's right. Last but not least, my little big brother, Clifton Snoopy Mello, or wasn't it last week? It was Mello Clifton Snoop. I don't know. But this week
switch it
he
up.
is. He's
Switch it
Clifton
up.
Snoopy Mello. Right. Switch it up. Switch it up. That's what's up. So let me see. Okay. Good deal, Devin. Good deal. Thank you, man. So without further ado, you guys, tonight I have a disclosure. No, a disclaimer. That's the word. 3, we missing you. That's all I'm gonna say. But anywho, Miss Day, you're gonna have to hold it down from the lady standpoint. You're gonna have to hold it down.
Will do, no problem.
Shoot, we do. Anybody from the audience, if you guys are watching and you want to be a part of this conversation, hey, hit me up. I'll send you a link and you can get in and speak your piece. And I see some latecomers here. Avali, I see you. Thank you for tuning in. Jasmine, see you. Good evening to you. Thank you. My guy EJ, he popped in. He's been a consistent follower. I appreciate the support, man. That's another one of those disappointed Raider fans. Sorry.
There you go. There you go.
I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. Miss Venison, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. So look, you guys, I said I had a
So look, we're not gonna start off like that. We're gonna start off on a good note, Mr. Thomas.
I'm sorry.
Don't do that.
Hold on. Let me move my mic out the way a little bit. Hold on.
A whole nother day. Tuesday done passed. Okay, it's Wednesday. Don't do that.
Okay, I'm sorry. My apologies. Sorry, Raider Nation. Sorry. Anywho, so I said I had a disclaimer. If you got on flip-flops right now, you got on your little soft house slippers, I'm gonna need you to take those off and go and put on some shoes because tonight we might step on some toes. And yeah, that part right there. So this is all in learning and education for all of us as grown adults. The bulk of us in here are grown-ups. So tonight, the grown folks, that's the panel here, that's what we're gonna call it. The grown folk NIM. The grown folk NIM. we gonna talk grown.
Yeah.
Tonight's topic is relationship roles. That's ROLES, roles. The panel or the grown folks, they have no idea what direction we are going to go in. So this is going to be like a surprise to them as well as for you. So relationship roles. In my conversations with coworkers and my close friends, everybody wanted to talk about relationship roles in an actual relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, that setting, husband, wife. So I said, okay, let's tackle it. Let's see what happens. So to get us started on a good foot, you guys, my very, very, very first question is going to be this. Are you traditional or modern when it comes to relationship? Are you traditional or modern when it comes to relationships? We're going to start off with Mr. Devin, since he was absent last week. We're going to let him kick us off.
Shucks. Well, are you traditional? Man, you went right to the jugglers.
I mean, I could have went for the but I
it's all good. It's all good. I think it probably would be a bit of both because of my upbringing and the guys that I was growing up around. It was always about, like the hard work, and you have to do that with your relationship and everything else that you do as a man. But then I would say modern as well, because you also have to change with the times, not for the worse or the better. You just have to be able to blend in because you don't want to get left behind and try to figure out, okay, she got a thing in her hand and it's going off and I don't know what it is. I still listen to the radio and I still watching TV. So you kind of gotta step into the not into the future but into the present moment. So it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
that's why I'm
Huh?
at with that.
Devin gets us off to a good start. Miss Day,
Listen,
how about you? Modern or traditional?
traditional,
Traditional.
traditional. I think women should take care of the home and men should take care of the house. I believe in men being the protectors and the providers, and the women being the nurturers and, just taking care of the home. Now, don't get me wrong, I ain't saying that women not supposed to work or provide or all of that. I'm just, traditional.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Day.
Hmm.
My little big brother.
I'm gonna follow behind my sister and say traditional. I feel the same way. I think the man. I've said on many occasions that I take my role seriously as a man, the provider, the head of the household, the protector, and so on and so forth. A quick story: I came in to work today, job number two, and there's a young man who's 19. He's dating one of his co-workers who's also 19, but they getting in the car going to lunch. She opens the door to it's his car. She opens the door, jumps in. He opens his door, jumps in. So I see this and I scamper on over. Hey, 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 Mr. Michael, I'm about to get in your ass real quick. Oh, what did I do, Cliff? What did I do? I said, you see that young lady that's sitting next to you? I'm gonna need you to open her door next time.
Hmm.
Oh man, I usually do it.
Nah,
No, no. I
no.
said, I'm on my son the same way I just got on you. Just make sure. I said, I don't care if you mad at her or whatever. You make sure you open the door for her. So
But look, the
that's
girls are
that's
so
all.
used to it not being done that she ain't thought twice about opening her door. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Just like
Because
how
Troy will
she
stand right
usually didn't
there
stand.
and wait.
Right. Yeah, that
Yeah,
what's that great movie? Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale.
Come on, man. You got to be a great one. We expect the ladies to be a great one. Fellas, we got to step it up. Good opportunity to teach, man. Appreciate that. So I see a couple of other stragglers came in. Sorry, not stragglers, but last minute folks. Pulu, I see you. That's Miss Michelle Jenkins. Thank you for joining in. I see you. Verdina Garrett, Tish, I see you. Thank you guys for being here, man. So grown folks, surprise. Thank you for answering that question. We're gonna move on to the next question because this is the setup, or that was the setup for the next question. What's the man's role in the relationship? And usually, what we would do is go, okay, fellas, tell us what your role is, but not tonight. Ms. Day,
Yes, sir.
what's the man's role? In your opinion, what's the man's role in a relationship?
To provide for the home, just like I said, to lead, to make decisions based off the discussions that. Okay, and let me be clear. I am speaking on relationships of married couples because I believe until you are married, you are just dating. I don't care how many years you've been in your relationship. I don't care if you are living together. You are just dating if you are not a fiance or you are not a wife. So, in that joint, I am speaking on married or people that are building as far as they've already been engaged, going into a relationship, planning a wedding. The husband, I believe, is to go out, make the money, pay the bills, And I believe that the woman is to cook, clean. Y'all don't be sending me no messengers, okay? I ain't got Facebook Messenger, okay? I believe that the woman is to take care of the home, the children, everything. And now I'm not saying that men shouldn't step in and do it, or say your man might fall short or whatever and you can't pay a light bill or something. But if we're speaking on traditional roles, that's what I believe. I believe that when my husband comes home, he should be coming home to a clean house. I believe that if he's coming home from work working hard, just like Snoop got two jobs, if he come in after I'm already in the bed, then his plate should be in the microwave or the stove or the oven. He should have clean clothes in the morning. Now I ain't saying getting up and ironing a shirt at 3 in the morning if he got to be at work at 6 and all of that. But if he should be paying the bills, and I should be taking care of the home, and that's just how I think it should be.
Okay. 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 Fellas.
Oh, I want to see them comments.
Snoop, we can't. I can't see the
Look,
comments.
and if you
I
haven't
know.
done
I know
so,
they own me. I know
hey,
they
let
own
me
me,
see. No,
but that's what I think. I mean,
if
that's my opinion. And he should be the leader. Like, even if we discuss something, his word should be the last word. Now, that's my older thinking. That ain't what I thought in my 20s. Okay. This is older thinking, and this is married thinking. Okay, because I believe a house should have peace. I believe women should not be wearing the pants in the relationship. I don't think that women should be demeaning their husbands. I don't think they should be nagging them all the time. Like, if your man don't put down the toilet seat, how long you gonna have this argument? At some point, you gonna have to just go in there and put down the toilet seat and keep it pushing. Why are you still nagging this man about putting down the toilet seat? I don't understand that.
Because my question is, why don't you put it up after you finish? Why I got to put it down?
really,
I knew somebody was gonna say it. I knew it. I knew it was gonna
really,
See,
say it.
I
Somebody was
ain't
gonna
the
say
only
it.
one that's thinking it.
okay. So the ladies,
Reciprocity.
for the most part, from what I'm seeing, Day, the ladies are agreeing with you, 100%.
Oh, okay. Hey now.
Hey now,
Hey
which
now.
which suggests that we have some traditional women here.
And I'm very surprised. I thought I was gonna be in trouble.
Hey, well, it ain't over yet, so
Right. It
okay,
ain't over the party.
it ain't the party ain't over.
Party ain't over.
Um, okay, so Cliff Snoopy Mello, same question. What's the man's role in a relationship?
I'm gonna echo once again my big sister. Just that. But I am gonna take it a step further because I feel if we are dating, I'm still gonna assume that same role. Now, here's a caveat to that. I can't rule your household if you got your own apartment and you doing that's not I'm not there to do that. But
Hmm.
if you ask me a question on how you should move, or even if I see something that, hey, maybe you want to move this way, maybe you need to do that. That's just my opinion at the point. I can't mandate that. So it is what it is. But if you my girl, I'm rocking. I'm going to be I'm walking on the inside of the outside of the sidewalk. I'm holding the door open. I'm doing whatever I can
Hmm.
Mhm.
so you can feel comfortable. Because at the end of the day, if I want you in my life, these are the things that you can expect. So I'm going to still assume that role. Like I said, there's certain boundaries to that. If we're not, man and wife, I get it. But still, I'm going to be the man. The joke that Robin Harris said, uh, he was talking to his girl and they going back and forth. So he went in the room, pulled out his pants, and said, "Here, woman, put those pants on." He said, you know I can't wear your pants. And you damn right, because I'm the man and I wear the pants. So she went in the room, got her pants, threw her pants at me. "Woman, You know I can't get in them pants. She said, you damn right. And if you keep that attitude up, you never will.
Really? Really?
That's Rob Harris.
Oh, rest in peace.
That's funny.
Yeah. You know, man, that's heavy right there. That's one of them grandma said moments right there. For real. For real, for real. Okay. Mr. Devin.
Well, I got to put my little 3.5 cent in. Uh, it's like a team. It's still a team effort, but everybody has a different job on the team. So it's kind of like a sniper at a sniper scout. So the man is the sniper, right? And the woman is the scout. But they've already talked about the target before they got to the point, if y'all can follow me. You see what I'm saying? So they've already discussed, okay, look, this person's gonna be, this is the target, this one we gotta insert here, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, we gotta do that. They've already made the plan together. But they still got a different situation that they have to deal with. So once he gets out there and said, okay, I'm in position, then the woman can say, all right, look, I see him, this to the third, da 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 da. All right, I got him in my sights. Then she say, okay, fire when ready. Like Miss Day just said, he got the last word. So if he got the last word, when the woman is like, okay, husband, man, fire when ready, he got to pull the trigger. He has to execute that, whatever that may be. I'm not talking about going out and shooting folks, think I'm on that. But I'm just saying, I'm just using it as an example. The best way I can, explain it, because, like I said, it's a team effort, but everybody's got a different job on the team. But somebody has to score the point. Somebody has to hit the mark. Mello, when you were saying you saw the younger guy earlier and he didn't open the door, at the end of the day, he should have opened the door. That was him scoring that point. That was him taking that shot. That was him. You see what I'm saying? That was him executing what he needed to do in his position. And I had a conversation with a woman that I went to school with a few years ago, and she was talking about teaching her son how to open the door for women and things of that nature. And she said, my husband teaches him the same thing. I said, but you teaching your son to open the door for women for a different reason than your husband is. Your husband is teaching him to open the door for women because he's protecting her. See, he done already looked and seen what's going on in there. He opened the door because he already knows it's clear. Then he let her go in and he watching her back when she goes in. She was teaching him, oh, it's just nice for him to do. It's polite, it's gentlemanly to do. They say that chivalry is dead, but the only part that's dealing with a woman really with chivalry is protecting her. But chivalry ain't dead because the rest of chivalry is combat. You see what I'm saying? People ride horses and jousting and sword fighting and all that. That's chivalry. So there was a whole bunch of stuff going on between men throwing our masculinity, throwing our testosterone around. But then after that, we came to the, back to the house. We came back home. We had to take all that armor off and be vulnerable.
I've never heard that before, and I like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've never
I
heard
agree.
that. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I'm a,
that's great. Hold
okay.
on, let me see if I could do this. What's that? You can't have a job if you didn't come to the job or something. Something like that. I remember it was something like that. Hey man, that's awesome right there.
Yeah.
And it's amazing as I'm sharing the comments, you guys, as they apply. You guys all have said this pretty much the same thing. We all are in agreement at this point. EJ, he says, I agree with Miss Day to a certain degree. Unless I'm hella papered up, my wife will work and help contribute. I've been very fortunate enough to have never been in a serious relationship with someone who didn't want to work. Ooh, yeah, that's
Okay, and EJ, like
That's
I
a whole nother
said,
comment.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I said I didn't say that we were dealing with a housewife. I never said a housewife. I never said that the wife would not work. That's not what I said. Actually I did say if the husband fell a little short, then she would contribute also. So
right.
Maybe you took
Yeah.
bits and pieces of what I said and not the complete thing. And in reality, if you lived by yourself, who is paying the bills? Are you not going to pay your rent or your house note? Are you not going to pay your gas light, your heating, because you don't have someone there to contribute?
Yeah. Yeah, you will be paying all those bills, or you'll be looking to sleep on somebody's couch or something. Can
You
can I
will be
move in with you? For real.
right,
Okay.
right.
All right. How we feeling? Everybody good? Perfect.
I'm
Yeah,
good. I'm
All
good.
right. So here we go.
I thought we was
Yeah.
gonna have some hard questions.
I thought
I
so
think we
too,
are.
but I guess I was wrong. But did you just stand by? Here we
Uh-oh.
go. What's the woman's role in the relationship? What's the
I
woman's
like to hear the
role in the
man's
relationship?
answer. I like to
Clifton
hear
Mellow
what the man
Snoopy,
has to say.
kick us off.
I'm just gonna continue on what we already mentioned. I believe that the woman is the nurturer. In most cases, they are the one that can soothe the household, calm it down, especially after a hard day's work. Even if she worked, they just have a different perspective on things, and that's the yin and a yang of a man and woman relationship. As much as they're capable of doing everything, there's still something different, which we as men love. And like Dana said, I do believe that our job is to take care of the household. Um, in many cases, they're better at finances. You may make the money, but they can divvy it out much better in most cases. Once again, I'm generalizing. Um, so yeah, be my support system. I need that because I'm fearless when it comes to going in the world. But guess what? We can all say we all take punches, and sometimes those punches, like Troy like to say, Superman sometimes needs to take a break. And I ask, when Superman is tired, who's gonna help out? And if you got that Lois Lane there, I'm gonna take all that you have to soothe me and get me ready for battle the next time. The coldest line in the movie was Leonidas' wife on 300 when she said that
Right.
Spartan women are strong because why? They give birth to Spartan men.
Right.
Hello?
And so
Right.
so
Right.
they're the backbone. The women are the backbone. So that's the role to me, to be the backbone of the household.
Okay. Okay. Um, Mr. Devin.
He got me with the 300 because I was just like, that's the exact same thing I was saying earlier. Because that's when Leonidas was getting ready to leave with the 300. What did he do the
Right.
night before? Who was he with? He was with
Right.
he was with the queen.
Yep.
She was rubbing his hair and doing what grown
Right.
folk do. Cause she knew I ain't finna see this man no more. But let me give him something to go out so he can do the best that he possibly can. She knew what was up. He knew what it was
Let
too.
me give you something, baby,
To
to
make this last night on this
remember
earth
me
happen.
by.
Hey, I'm just saying what it is because I,
Come
I
on.
was like, that's what it is. But I mean, when it's all said and done, it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. It's kind of like with the women. If the man is the sniper, the scout is the one that's doing the communicating. So a woman is going to have to communicate accurately. Hey, look, is this the so and so here or there? Because if they're not, I may be able to live or I might not make it back. So I need you to tell me exactly what you need so that way I can do it. Because if you tell me left and I go right, we both
Right.
still messed up. So it's still gonna be a two-way street. You see what I'm saying? But if you tell me left and it's left, and you tell me fire when ready, boom, I execute, and we on the same page. Still, we can keep on what John Williams was. He lived to fight another day. Because it's supposed to be that man and that woman against the world. Sometimes
That's
even
Right.
the
right.
kids, you know,
That's
because you're trying to do what you can for them, and they might not see what the end result is, and you like, well, we already see it because we've already been through that. We've already been y'all's age, you know. So in my mind, I feel like it's the woman's, I don't want to say job but role to just like everybody was saying, it's a two-way street. Everybody has to communicate, but we kind of just need things to be like, look, what is it and what is it not? We can talk about it later, but if it's the combat of living, the game of life, we got to know what's going on right here, right now. We can talk about how everybody feels about it after we get back, or after I get
Right.
back. You see what I'm saying? Because if I don't get out there with the right data, I might not make it back, or I might not make it back in one piece. And that's a whole different ball game that we have to talk about. You know, even on the movie Roots, when Kuta Kinte went out into the bush to train to be a man, when he came back, they had to rest for a while. They was out there in the woods learning how to fight, learn how to make weapons and stuff like that. The women were back at the village and they were cooking and preparing and getting ready for them to come back. So when they came back, okay, they can lay down, they can chill for a little bit. Okay, here's some food. So yeah, that goes a long way because nurture and nature is really not too far away from each other. You see what I'm saying? Because the woman is bringing the man back to a natural state because we're humans. We're not animals, but we might have to move like that sometimes. You see what I'm saying? So when we come back home, it's not no. It's okay. Okay, so this is what happened at work today. Or this is what happened in traffic today. Or this is what somebody tried to do to me today. It's okay. This is all right. You hungry? Did you eat? Why don't you lay down? Let me go fix your plate right quick. Not saying you get in there and fix my food, but it's just
Hey,
it is what it is.
hey,
So if she's like, hey, look, let me go ahead, let me take care of you because you taking care of me. Y'all taking care of each other. Ain't no one person above the other one. It's just you're taking care of each other from different perspectives of what the roles are, and y'all, and that couple gonna have to make up those rules as
Right.
they
You're
go,
gonna have to,
right.
right. You're
as they
gonna have
go.
to
It's
have
constantly
that
gonna be
discussion.
right, right.
hmm You're gonna
So
have to
Miss
have that discussion.
Miss Vivian says, uh, the role of what are we talking about? The role of the woman to be his peace, give him a reason to want to continue to make sure he provides, and you not a part of the I'm going to get a pack of cigarettes and never. Wow, I'm gonna go get these cigarettes. What happened to her? She never came back. Right. Be his peace. That's them first few words. Be his peace. I think that that applies on both roles.
hmm hmm For sure.
It's unfortunate that some of us we don't even realize it, but we are toxic. TOXIC. We are. We are toxic individuals. We are toxic souls, and we transfer our toxic energy to the next person. Be his peace.
hmm
Be her
hmm
peace. You know,
Because some
if
women, they can't wait for him to get through the door. Girl, wait till he get in his door. Soon as he get in his door, I'm gonna tell him
man,
about that cup he left in the sink.
hey,
And the,
all
and
of
the
that.
war is outside the house. The war should be outside. The house should be home base. That should be the base of operations.
Right.
This is Switzerland. It ain't nothing but peace up in here, so we can figure out what we're gonna do when it's time to go back
Time to
out
get
to the
back
war zone.
outside. Yeah,
You know.
absolutely. Okay, Miss Day, we'll hear from you. What's the woman's role?
I already done said what the woman's role is, and I agree with everybody. I believe, though, that, every household is different. A husband and a wife, before you even become a husband and a wife, we should already be having this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Uh, that should already be talked about, dealt with, so everybody knows their role when you get up there to say, I do.
Right,
You know what I mean? Like
right.
we should already know what who's going to be doing what's going to be, here and there, and yeah. So yeah, I've already said what my role is. I'm going to follow a man. He's going to lead me to where we need to go, as long as he's leading me in the right direction. Now, ain't gonna be no food, and me following no food.
Right. That part.
That's what's not gonna happen. You know, we gonna have to regroup and have a talk Tuesday or something because this is not what I signed up for. You know, you're gonna have to be leading down the right way. You're gonna be having to lead for the betterment of the family.
Right.
So
Uh-oh, look at
yeah.
this. Here we go. I love it because we got all these great scenarios. Check this one out. Dun-dun-dun-dun. And you can get toxic results from being in a relationship that's not meant for you. Look at Albert. He was mean as a junkyard dog to Celie. Come on, Purple. Come on. But sweet as pie to Suge, Avery. What was Celie? What? Miss Celie tell Suge? He what? He beat me for
Beat me
not
for
being
not
you.
being
Right.
you.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right. He beat me for
She,
not being you.
yeah,
So,
Yes, he
she
said it. I
told him.
agree.
you know,
I agree.
I see my dad's in the building. Good evening, sir. Welcome
Hey,
back.
Mr. Thomas.
All the way from the YouTube world. You guys, if you haven't had a chance to get those likes in, get your likes in. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, G Man After Dark. It's just that
Yes,
simple.
get on
G
that
Man After Dark.
YouTube.
Do that. So look, we've been talking. We done got the man's role. We done got the woman's role. We done heard from the guys, the girls, the men, the women. Excuse me. We done heard from the grown folk now, right? So earlier today, I was talking to one of my supervisors. I'm gonna just share one of my supervisors at work, and she shared a little clip that she had. I'm gonna read it in part because some of the stuff that we were talking about is in this. Um, the woman cook, take care of the house. The fella, he goes to work. He's the breadwinner. He makes that bread, bring it to the house. Whatever else he got to do around the house. This, and I'm reading it from there. Yeah, right there. In case YouTube, Facebook, or anybody want to kick me off tonight, I don't know. Anywho, it says, so let me get this straight. Y'all won't, and this is being addressed to the men, I'm assume, y'all want women to go to work, come home, cook, clean up, tend to the kids, and pay half the bills while y'all go to work and come home. Fellas,
Men.
what you think about?
Whoever said it, tell him to call some names. Whoever said it, to call some names.
What you think
That's a
about that?
generalized statement. That's a general statement right there.
It got real
And
silent. It got
and I
real
gotta add one
silent.
thing. And give me some cooch. How about that?
And be good naked.
Oh.
And be good in the bedroom.
Oh my God! And
Okay,
get naked.
they
Right.
forgot that. They forgot that.
Oh my God! So
And it's not. I mean, you can't break it down to that simplicity, especially in today's world. Because I saw a similar post. I don't know where was that. Were those her words, or she took that from somebody?
no, that came from somebody.
Okay, because I saw something similar on another dude's Jonathan DeVoe's post from the Savoy. I guess that was a question, and the answers were all the women like, yeah, the man's supposed to come home, make all the money, I stay home, da da da. That's how my daddy did it, da da da. And one of his comments was, which I agree with, yeah, that's fine if you can do that, but most people financially cannot. Both people are working, especially here in California. And depending on where you living in California, hell yeah, the kids working too. But
Hey man,
I
you
think
you.
Get on that paper route.
right. I think the principle, that's what we got to miss. People so looking at a hard, fast rule. It's not that. It's the principle is what I'm getting out of this discussion of our roles. Because yes, if the badass kids are giving you a hard time, yeah, I'm gonna say something. It's time for me to be the man and get order restored back into the home. Same way if the dog's acting up. When I come to that door, them dogs act 10 times differently than when they act with Troy. Those are just facts. So yes, as a man, now our role is to step in. It's not just to do that. to sit back and with feet kicked up just because we had a hard day. My mama was Ruby Lewis. I've been cooking since I was in elementary. When my mama was out working, my daddy was out working. The dinner was prepared by me.
Yep.
So I don't have no problem doing that. And a man is not gonna have a problem with doing that. But guess what? My woman too, I still expect her to be a woman. But I am gonna help her. Back to Dana, what Dana said, that's part of being a leader. A leader still has to jump in and do the stuff that he expects of his quote unquote subordinates. Not saying a woman is a subordinate, but I'm just saying that's what a leader does. I'm not gonna tell my men to do something that I'm not willing to do myself. So
Mhm.
as a man, yeah. To me, if the dude sitting back kicking, he's not the man of the household. You the damn man and the woman.
Right. Right. And to your point,
Yeah.
like you said, we all got to work, especially if you living in California. And I ain't taking nothing from any other state's economy, but it's expensive as Hades out here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have to work. Wifey got to work. The kids got to work.
The dog.
Grandparents, we need you to be contributing something. Your pets, your pets got to have an income coming in. You better be working for Petco. The baby need to be on the box of Pampers or something, generating some funds just for us to make ends meet. Like you said, the principles. That's I think where our biggest failure has come. The principles. We don't have those great role models anymore to look at. You know, Big Mama and Granddaddy who've been together for Lord knows how many years together. They might sleep in separate rooms, but they still together. The house is together. The bills is taken care of. Now we too busy being occupied with who's going to pay what. Are you going to pay for that? Why I gotta? We all should be wanting to. And now hey, I don't want you to stay at home all day anyway, because you ain't gonna do nothing but be on Amazon shopping and sneaking them packages in. I don't want that.
I'm
But
gonna need you to reel that back in. You need to
nope.
reel that in. You need to reel that
Nope.
Hey,
Amazon
like
got
I
stuff on
said,
there. They ain't got a lot of
I'm
stuff.
telling
if
you,
I if if I
I
win the
think about
lotto,
that.
if I win the lotto, you still working. You're gonna be working at the foundation of something. I'm not working hard and dying, and then you got all the money. We gonna die together.
But what happens when the money doesn't even need to exist anymore? We done put
Right.
so much. We done put so much emphasis on the money aspect of the relationship and the money aspect of the family. We done forgot about everything else, like having Sunday dinner, having Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner,
Come on,
going and sitting at the feet of the elders, like you just said. The grandmothers and grandfathers, they ain't around no more. So it's kind of like we done got so far away from it. That stuff doesn't even matter, and that's what's golden. Those are the things that I tell my kids all the time. You can make all the money in the world, but can't nobody take what's in here. They can take your shoes. These hackers can get into your bank accounts. But what about the knowledge that you have? What about the memories that you have? If you don't have none of that's the stuff right there. When somebody dies, they're not gonna say, you know what, that man had a lot of money. She had so much money. They gonna say, I remember that time he fell out of that tree when he was 9 years old. That's why he walked like that.
right.
I remember this happening. I remember when we went out of town for the church trip and we were doing some unchurchly things, stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? But we put so much emphasis on everything being about the money. Who gonna pay the bills and this to the third? But you're not looking at who owns the bills. We do. With a couple, with a team, with a family. So we only if we're only worried about the money, then you say, okay, well, hey, Mel say I hit the lotto. What happens when you hit the lotto? It's like, you know what? I don't really like her no way. Or she might be saying, you know what? We wasn't rich when we got together. I don't really care too much for him. Cut it in half. Now you in court
Mm.
giving some of that money that y'all got together to some folks y'all don't even know that don't look like us. Come on. They don't look like us. You giving that money away, and now everybody bitter. You're like, okay, now I'm gonna start my life over at 45 and 50 years old. But I got money in the bank to do what? Play with it until you die?
And see, that money messes a lot of us up because
Yeah.
that's what a lot of men feel like when the woman make more money in the relationship, then she might feel that she can call the shots now. You know what I'm saying? And that messes up a lot of households. Like that messes up a lot of households. Uh, as far as women making more money than the men in this new modern day. I don't know where the ball was dropped as far as relationship roles go. I don't know why is it not being taught anymore or what? Because yeah, a lot of these girls, you know, they so busy being bad bitches and boss bitches now. Um, can't can't no man tell them nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or
The alpha
uh,
females.
yeah, it's too many. It's a lot of alpha females growing out here. I don't know what happened.
So
I don't know what happened.
I gotta pop this one in. My sister PK, boy, she just cracks me up. She says, with everything, you have to have balance. I say, I'm somewhere between Proverbs 31 and Adina Howard. Really? I dig it.
Ah.
Libra gang, hashtag Libra gang, bring some balance.
That's right.
But
That's
that's
right. It has to be balanced.
the truth. We need some teamwork. So
Yeah.
teamwork makes the dream work inside and outside the home, right?
Yeah.
But
Right.
then Miss Day just said, I don't know where we lost. Where did we drop the ball at? Where did it drop? Well, how about not trying to figure out, not for you, Dane, but us in general? How about stop trying to figure out how we dropped the ball and start figuring out how can we get it back on track? Because there's a lot of things that we've all been through at 50-ish for most of us here anyway.
Hmm.
You know, the family dinners. Do we do that anymore?
No,
No.
it's not. It's
And I
not
get
prevalent.
it. COVID, that made a whole lot of things change. I get that part. But now we back out here functioning. We going to concerts. We going to dinner with our friends. We doing all of those other recreational things. When was the last time we actually had family dinner? Wives, girlfriends, the lady of the house, whatever it is. As a nurturer, why aren't you setting that kind of stuff up? Hey, I want to invite the family over. It don't got to be everybody, but those immediates, why don't we do those things anymore?
Right.
Because
Right.
that's what brings structure back. We have to start taking control of our homes, but we don't. We
No.
spend a lot of time on social media. We occupy with other things. We spend enormous amounts of time at work, and we don't have the time. Really, we don't make the time to develop our family bonds. We don't develop our children so that they are, you know, productive members of society to a good stance. Not just, I'm just here. Everything now is just fast paced. Get the money. Let's go get that. When the weekend come, we're gonna go pop some bottles, and then we're gonna keep going. We'll start the cycle all over again. When do
You know
you?
what? If you 50 something popping bottles still, I don't know. I don't know
Hey,
what to
Need to be a
tell you.
water
I
bottle or
don't know what to
something.
tell you.
hey,
If
hey!
you
I'm just
still
saying.
popping bottles in the
I'm just
club,
saying.
But
Money
no.
has become such
Mm-mm.
the focus that we've lost focus on other facets. Yeah, we need money. We all know that. We need that money to live. Without no money, you don't pay rent, mortgage, or anything else.
Oh,
But you can only take money so far. You're gonna die miserable by yourself.
for sure.
You're gonna die without family. You're gonna
and
die. Go for it.
I just want to piggyback off what you just said. You know, you can make a lot of money out there in the world by yourself. You know how much money you can make with your family, with your close circle. Because look at all your major corporations. The folks that's at the very top, they in the same bloodline. You see what I'm saying? So what happens if we could say, okay, you know what? I got this idea for this job. I got this idea for this company. And everybody in the family plays a part on that team. And you look up, you're like, man, you know what? We got a store, we got a shop in 5 states. But it ain't we started off with 3 or 4 of us doing this. It was just an idea. We was talking about at the family barbecue, trying to find out how we kin to each other. We call each other cuz, but how are we cousins? Oh, my mom and your dad were sisters and brothers. But
Right.
we didn't know that until we
We didn't
came to the
know.
fore. My grandfather and your aunt were sister and brother, and that's how we're related. You see what I'm saying? We don't
Right.
have those conversations anymore. My mom used to ask me, "Boy, you got a girlfriend?" "Yes, ma'am." "What's her last name?" "Her last name is, such and such." Okay, got to make sure you ain't dating your cousin. And I never really figured that out. But my folks is from the country, so you had to know who you was related to and who you wouldn't, so you wouldn't have an incestuous relationship and end up with
Mm-mm.
children that are your cousins and they're your children at the
Cousin
same
brother.
time. Yes, literally. Because everybody was in such a tight knit. You might have an area where it's like 3 or 4 families, so you gonna have to go outside of the area where you live to find a mate. Because if you don't,
That-
y'all gonna
You're
be
gonna be
kissing
with your
cousins.
cousin, right?
Yes, literally.
That's my
So we
cousin.
we don't have those conversations anymore because that's country stuff. We ain't got to worry about that. I live in the city, okay, but a lot of the folks that left from the city, I mean country, they went to the city, and the other folks from the country went to the city too, and they kept spreading. They kept spreading. Now you got all the folks that was from the country, and all their offspring is in the city, and now we don't even know if we related or
Who?
not.
Right.
I don't
Who's
know
who?
how we got on that topic, but
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but what I'm saying is that you could
He
get
said,
you could get money with your family, but we don't. What I'm saying is we don't have dialogue.
oh,
We don't we
okay,
don't we don't communicate with
Right.
each other as far as family until
right,
something happens, and
right.
now it's like, okay, well, we need to talk about this money as a family. But what about before then? Let's
Right.
get together and have those hard conversations as a family
Right.
first before something bad happens. And then if there's a problem, that's I'm sorry, yeah, my bad, but
No worries. Look,
that's where I was coming from with that because, like you said, we do always worry about the money. It's always about the money. So if we're gonna worry about money, let's get together with the family and get all of it.
right. Gigi said, money is so much more important than love these days for some. I don't need no love. Just show me the money. Where's the dough? That's all we care about. That's it.
Because men, now the mindset is if I got the money, the women gonna come. The women gonna come if you got the money. Look at how many unattractive men out here, and they got beautiful women on their arms. Now, do you think if he was the dude working down at I'm not even gonna say a McDonald's or something. What about the dude working at the real estate office that you with? Would you look at him twice if he was Rick Ross when he was big? Would you be trying to date him in the real estate office if his desk was next to yours if he didn't have all that money?
yeah,
You
he
know what
looked
I'm
good down at
saying?
the
Like
bank.
the money has taken over the reality of love, pretty much. Like I don't need no love. Shoot. He got money, he gonna take care of me. He gonna give me that purse.
Mhm.
I ain't even gotta these women ain't even gotta cook and clean or do nothing no more. They don't have to
No,
do
because they want you
nothing.
to take them to Eddie V's, Maestros. Um, what else? All these
These young girls
elaborates.
don't know how to cook. They don't know how to cook. Men and women our age, we know how to do both things. You, Snoop, who I grew up with, y'all know how to wash your own clothes because we was down there
Right?
downstairs in the laundry room.
Right. Right.
We was down there in the laundry room all together. You knew how to wash your clothes. You knew how to cook your meals. You knew how to iron your school clothes. The boys knew how to do that. Us women, we knew how to. We was working at by the time we was 17. We had a little after school job. You know what I'm saying? We was bringing home the money and all of that. So we knew dual roles when we were young. These kids don't know nothing about that now. Like you said, these young boys, they ain't opening the door for them. They be like looking at you like you gonna get out the car. They think you should be
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I don't
Right.
know what.
Bum, bum. Oh, I gotta go. That's Tyrone. He outside. Did he just blow the
Dude.
horn for you? He didn't just
Oh,
blow the
my
horn
mama
Hey,
for
did
you.
not. My mama did
hey,
not. Like,
when
I know
like
he
I
ain't blowing that horn for you. Look, my
right
mama would in a minute. I know he ain't blowing that horn for you. You know, we
when
lived
I
in the
th-
front, so she was not having it. She was not having
yeah.
that horn blowing. No. Now,
Right.
in my older age, I might say, yeah, in my 20s and 30s, I might have been like, we rushing, so I done hopped in the car. You know what I'm saying? But once
Right.
we get to the spot, I'm not, I'm not opening my door.
Right.
But luckily, I have had a lot of men, alpha males, that I have gone out with. And so they already know the deal. They already opening the doors. I don't even have to be sitting here looking at him, looking at me while he already at the restaurant door and I'm still sitting in the parking lot in the car. So
You not hungry? You not hungry?
You ain't gonna eat.
You're not gonna eat? You not girl, you better come on and get this
Dude.
food.
look,
Yeah.
I still tell a man my order. I still tell a man my order. I want the salmon with the asparagus and the mashed potatoes. And when the waitress comes, he gives her my order. I still do that.
Hey, this is free game. Them nuggets, free game. Hey, look.
I
Salmon,
think we can.
asparagus, and mashed potatoes.
Well, we know what your pee smell like, Miss Dana.
Huh?
This guy right here. Really?
Hey, asparagus make your pee smell funny.
Mm, mm, mm. All right, look.
It's
I got one
all
more
right.
Hey,
question.
that's my sister. I can say that.
Right. I got one more question. Should be due. Question from the viewer. Is there such a thing as gender roles? Are there specific roles that a man must do or a task, whichever one you want to call it, versus women? Anybody?
Heck yeah, I'm not pumping no gas. Look, I'm not
What you gonna
pumping
do
gas.
if he ain't in the car with you? Then what?
I'm talking about if he in the car with me.
Okay, okay, okay,
I'm talking about
okay.
if he in the car with me. I'm talking about if he in the car with me, I'm not pumping no gas. I'm not taking the car in for maintenance. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not getting no hammer and nail. Um, not fixing nothing in the house. I'm not doing it. I'm not cutting the grass. I'm not doing none of that. I ain't
So,
doing it. Cause look, if I'm cooking, cleaning, washing, uh, role playing in the bedroom, and all of that, I'm not doing nothing that has to do with that house
well,
or
maybe that
that
could be
car.
one of your roles. I want to see you go cut the grass, there, girl.
Go cut the grass. I want to see it.
Did you hear what he,
with,
did you
with the
did you
with the
hear what I
sprinklers
said?
on.
I'm not
You
doing
creating
none of it.
fantasies here. They creating fantasies. That's all.
I'm not doing none of it. I'm
I need
not
you to
doing
go on
none
and
of
grab
that
that craftsman
nonsense.
more and just push it. And while we
I'm
watch you.
not doing nothing. I'm
No?
not
I
doing
sip
nothing.
on this lemonade.
The most I can do is bring you a lemonade while you cut the grass.
Look, Tamara said I'm allergic.
Right, Tamara. Right, Tamara. That's
Oh
the most I
shoot.
can do is bring you
Man.
some
Oh
lemonade
man, that
and a
is too
towel to
funny.
wipe your forehead because it's hot out there today.
But
I
that
love you,
that
man.
that that works though because as long if I'm outside cutting the grass and you bring me a bottle of water, I'm cool with that. I would rather you I
That's what
would
I'm
rather
saying.
you bring me a bottle of water and I can keep cutting the grass and I don't die of heat stroke than dying of heat stroke and then you have to pay somebody to cut the grass if you don't want to cut it. You see what I'm saying? So it's a
Hey,
teamwork thing. It's a
we gotta pay
teamwork.
for somebody to cut the grass. For we, it's our bill. For
Not if
real.
I'm dead. If I die because I'm about to cut the grass, Mr. Leroy got to come in and cut the grass. Now you be like, I ain't gonna charge for $45.
Oh
I'll be over the
man.
side. Like,
That's
what?
where that little boy can get his hustle on. Teach
There
him
you
early.
go.
The little boy down the street, come cut this grass, young man.
$10. You hear me? The whole 5 acres.
Yeah, I
Oh
think,
damn.
dang, yeah, you
In my
definitely live in the
household, that's
country.
what my
We ain't got
household
that
say.
big lots like that around here.
It's
If
a
it's
it's a
5 acres, you
teachable
got to ride
In
moment.
my
mower.
household, that's
Right.
what my man knows that I am not doing. We have this discussion. No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It wraps
And
up like this, you guys. We all have to play our part. Balance, once again, is one of those key words. Balance. Yes, men can cook. I know I can. I know
Mm-hmm.
Snoopy Mellow Cliff can. Devin, can you?
I do a little cooking, man.
Okay.
I
Okay.
just now getting back to cooking, but that my mama said she
Okay.
want to teach me how to cook, so a woman ain't got to do it for me. So I don't have no
That's
problem
right.
getting in
And
that kitchen.
man, I know we running out of time, but boom, you just said something. My mama taught me how to cook. So what?
So I wouldn't have to depend on a woman to do it for me.
Okay, stop right there. Now we're gonna flip over here. Baby girl, you need to get your job. Don't count on this dude for no money for nothing. Right? Boys is being taught to cook and clean and everything, so you don't count on no woman. Girls is being taught, get your own, be independent, learn how to change a tire, put some gas in your car, change the oil, so you ain't got to ask no NI
No,
star
that's what
star
that woman is
A
for.
nothing. You ain't got to ask them for nothing. However,
Not doing
the
that.
balance, you guys, we have to, and I'm not saying you guys, but us overall, we have to get the balance out of this. Yes, ladies, traditionally, those were the cookers. The men didn't come in but do nothing but kick his slippers on, read the paper until dinner was served. Those days are
And
gone.
put on the Dodgers game, right?
Those days are
Mm,
gone.
right.
I can cook a couple of days. You can cook a couple of days. We can cook something together. Because the way I grew up, there was cooking in the home Sunday to Thursday,
Mm-hmm. Right.
lightly on
Right.
Thursday. Friday
Mm-hmm.
was we might have went out and ate some
Thanksgiving,
pizza,
chicken.
or you got some
Right.
chicken or
Right.
Right,
McDonald's.
right.
Saturday,
Right.
whatever was left in the refrigerator from
Right.
Thursday
That's what
forward,
we dealing with.
you better make something out of that.
Right.
And
That's
then
right.
Sunday, mama threw down.
That's right.
We can't escape our duties, you guys. And when I say our duties, there are just certain things that we really need to do. Take care of home as best as you possibly can, work together, uh, be accountable, accountability of self, accountability of each other. We don't hold each other accountable for anything anymore at all, other than go get that money. You ain't going to work today. What you mean you're not going to work? You better go get the.
Mhm.
That's
We
all we
got these
care
bills
about.
to pay.
Hey,
We got
come
these
on,
bills to pay.
that part. You guys,
Mhm.
I appreciate you for the grown folk in them. You guys have been awesome. Three, we missed you tonight.
I
You took
know.
right. You took Devin's place last week, but we expect to
Oh
see.
man, stall me out. Stall me out.
Listen, we expect a full house next week. Next week, you guys, it's my 53rd, actually my 53rd birthday next week,
Woo!
Wednesday. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might have some strippers up. Nah, we ain't gonna do none of that.
Man, you said it, might as well. I
You're
mean,
right here. That could be a
Try
topic.
to put it out there. He gonna put it
That could
out
be a
there. He
topic.
done told on himself.
hey.
the Libra
Um,
Mafia
the Libra Mafia. Woo, keep it balanced. Keep it balanced.
got to.
Anywho, I appreciate you guys so much. To my audience, thank you guys again. Share this with your friends. It is public. If you have not, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. That's G Man After Dark, GMAN space after space dark. 3 words, G Man After Dark. Subscribe, share with a friend. We're gonna continue talking about things like this. I'm gonna try to keep us as COVID free as I possibly can. Okay, Irma, I got you for that. Oh, you too, Miss Day. I know y'all don't want to talk about COVID no more. That's our time, you
I'm here for
guys.
that day.
We appreciate you. See y'all next week.
I love y'all.
Love you
Bye,
back,
Love
man.
you
Love you
back.
back.
Peace.
Love you back.
Are we
Drew Crew in the house.
From the desert to the sea, and to all who have decided to chat with me, good evening.